for the American National Final, and the gate is rolling. Ten two-year-olds battling for $117,446 in purse money. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Island Fantasy, Just Another Poor Boy, and Turbo's Hitman all left fast for the lead. Fogless came along the pylons to be a close-up fourth on the inside, clearly bright as they battle for position. Just Another Poor Boy to the front. Turbo's Hitman moves up to take over second. Fogless gapping third. On the outside, parked fourth, Island Fantasy racing fifth, clearly bright. Sixth along the inside, S.A. Roadrunner on the outside, seventh, and moving up, Front Road Joe. Bayside Hall is eighth, parked in ninth, another mile. Heartbeat Mindale at the end, the quarter ripped off in 27 and 1/5. They race to the half. Island Fantasy couldn't find a spot, so Walter Hennessy puts him on the front end. It's Island Fantasy to the front. Just Another Poor Boy second. Front Road Joe ranging up on the outside third. Turbo's Hitman fourth. Halfway home in 55 and 3. Less than a half mile the pace in the American National. Here comes Front Road Joe up to challenge Island Fantasy for the lead. Just Another Poor Boy tucked in along the inside third. Another mile on the outside would cover fourth, and he's only 2 lengths from the leader. Here comes Bayside Hall ranging up on the outside fifth, and Morgan isn't waiting. He's tipping him 3 wide, and right behind him, Heartbeat Mindale. It's wide open as they turn for home. Island Fantasy on a short lead. Here's Front Row Joe up to challenge second. Just another mile on the outsides coming on. Looking for racing room. Just Another Poor Boy. Followed up by Bayside Hall. Another mile now surging to the front. Front Row Joe can't go on. Here comes Heartbeat Mindale. Your leader is another mile, and Dave Magee. Another mile wins the American National by 2. Heartbeat Mindale second, Front Row Joe third, and 153 and 1. Going into the winner's circle will be number 10, Another Mile. Another Mile is owned by Edward Engel Jr. and Jennifer Engel. Alan Tomlinson trains, and Dave Magee gets the winning drive. Dave Magee has won this American National twice before with Viking Tear in 93, Madillac in 94. Now he wins his third American National 2-year-old Colton Gelding pace with Another Mile here in 1998. Direct your attention to the winner's circle. Making the blanket presentation will be Max Hempt. Mr. Hemp's been a member of harness racing for many, many years. He's a member of Harness Racing Hall of Fame. He's a legend on the Grand Circuit. Worked associated with Del Miller for many, many years. He's in charge of the hemp farms in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, where most or at least all of his horses are named Keystone something or another. Coincidentally, he bred Keystone Raider, the sire of this winner, Another Mile, here in the American National. So we welcome Max Temp to the winner's circle, making the blanket presentation, the 1998 American National Champion, Another Mile. Tonight's featured fifth race, the American National, is official. The rundown, first of all, let me give you the exact at 10-5, $250.80, $250.80.